It's a process. This idea that um, we need to provide treatment and support services in a way that's humane, compassionate, and grounded on the realities, right? But the thinking was still, if you're using drugs, some intervention has to be made, right? So now that has kind of evolved already. But I think the very key of it was now being able to engage with this range of realities that I was mentioning when it comes to drugs, right? So, for example, growing up, being told to stay away nga from people who's supposed to be or suspected or seen as using drugs. So, napaplant yon. But then you realize, you engage, it gets to the point where you're talking to someone and yeah, drugs is drugs is in the picture, meaning you're aware, for example, somebody's using drugs, but it doesn't matter because what matters is what you're talking about, what you're discussing, the ideas, the insights, the corniness of jokes. I mean, you totally forget. And if we can get to that point, then that's beautiful because at the same time, it also recognizes then that we don't do knee-jerk reactions. We don't do mga knee-jerk responses so that people who are really having difficulties, matutukan, di ba? Then we can channel the resources, really understand, and be, I think, better at helping those really in need. No moral judgment. Marami namang pwede tayong gawin na hindi natin ginagawa because of that moral judgment. Because thinking is bad. Yun lang nakikita natin. So, ang default thinking dapat na wala naman talagang problema. So, kung may problema man, saan nanggagaling yun? Diba? Para tugunan, para we can respond, no? Where are the risks coming from? Then we'll respond. But the default is not. Evidence is there already. 87% people using drugs, non-problematic, no harm to self or others, no substance use disorder. We see that. I'm sure we all have friends, right? We just don't talk about it because it's stigmatized. And that's interesting when you create the space. That's the thing. You create the space. People will say feel safe to chat about it. There's openness, sharing of experiences. And by the sharing of experiences, we're all better informed. Di ba? So doon siya nagsishift. So even with, for example, researchers, um, some individuals who have worked with us, and then getting to engage with people who are associated with drug use, for example, but the context in which the engagement is happening, hindi siya kasi ititreat natin siya kasi ARS. Parang hindi. Parang ganito lang, nag-uusap. It really wakes people up.